Guys, a lot of times when I talk to people about politics and when I tell them why I support the Republican Party and why I'm a conservative, a lot of times the rebuttal to that is something like, well, I believe that both parties are corrupt. How can you support one form of corruption over another one? And my response to that is, well, yes, both parties are corrupt. However, the Democrats, on the other hand, are covertly corrupt, and they have a much more sinister plan and end goal than the Republicans. And that is why I cannot deal with the Democrats or the left. I just can't deal with them because they are too sneaky. Can't deal with it. If I, at least with the Republican Party, I know what's up. And obviously, we try to work to change some of that corruption and to try to make it better. That's the whole point. And what's going on right now with Pelosi, Nasty Nancy, by the way, is what I'm about to start calling her, Nasty Nancy. What's going on with her is showing how covert the corruption is in the Democrat Party. And I have to tell the people about it because it is my duty to tell the people what's going on. But before we get in that, my name is Greg Foreman, and you're watching A Black Conservative Perspective. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share A Black Conservative Perspective. You can also follow me on Twitter at GForemanBCP. Let's get it. All right, guys. So, Nancy Pelosi has announced a bill to create a 25th Amendment commission to okay the president's capacity to serve. Right? So, we're going to walk through this article and I'm going to explain to you guys how this is not what it seems on paper. Because the media is trying to spin it as an attack against Trump because he got COVID. It ain't about Trump. This is about Sleepy Joe. So, this is an article from Forbes. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, amid ongoing questions about President Trump's health, announced Friday legislation to create a permanent Congressional committee that would determine if the 25th Amendment, which details the constitutional rules for presidential succession, should be invoked when a president is unwilling or unable to fulfill his powers and duties. Here are the key facts. The commission would have 16 members, half chosen by Republican lawmakers and half by Democratic lawmakers, and one chairperson. Half of the commission members would be doctors and half would be high-ranking former executive office officials who would enforce in concert with the vice president. The commission's role would be to determine if a president is unable to fulfill his or her powers and duties, quote unquote. Representative Jamie Rankins said the coronavirus pandemic, which has killed more than 210,000 Americans allegedly, and ravaged the White House staff, has made it clear there needs to be a way to determine what happens if a president, any president, ends up in a coma or on a ventilator, and has made no provisions for the temporary transfer of power. The bill would need to be approved by the House and Senate and signed by the president, so it is unlikely it will go into effect. And here's a quote from Nasty Nancy. This is not about President Trump. She's right about that. He will face the judgment of voters, but he shows the need to create a process for future presidents. All right, and just to give you guys some further background into the 25th Amendment here, Article 2, Section 1, Clause 6 of the Constitution says the Vice President assumes the powers and duties of the President if the President is unable to because of death, resignation, or inability. But it doesn't say how inability is determined or how the role of vice president should be fulfilled. Motivated by the assassination of President Kennedy in 1963, Congress sought to fill in the gaps with the 25th Amendment ratified in 1967. Section 4 of the 25th Amendment says if the president is unable or unwilling to write a declaration saying he is unable to serve, the vice president and a majority of the principal officers of the executive departments or such other body as Congress may send a declaration to the president pro tempore of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives to say the president is unable to perform his duties, and the vice president will immediately become acting president until the president writes a written declaration saying he is well, which can be vetoed. The Presidential Succession Act, signed by President Harry Truman in 1947, outlines the order of succession should the president need to be replaced. First, it is the vice president, then the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Senate President pro tempore, and then a string of cabinet members starting with the Secretary of State. So guys, here's my take on this. This is 100% about getting Biden, aka Sleepy Joe, aka Sloppy Joe, out of office once he becomes president, and making Kamala Harris president. This is 100% what this is about, guys. This is what the Democrats are doing, guys. And this is why I said at the beginning of this video, I can't deal with the left because they are covertly corrupt. And they're trying to hide behind President Trump having COVID to try to basically create a commission that will add another level to what's already been outlined in the Constitution regarding presidential succession. We all know how it goes. In order to get Biden out of office 1 to 2 years into his term, that's what I believe. That's what I believe, because the plan is not for President Trump to sign this. Obviously, President Trump is not going to sign it. The plan is that if Biden wins, Biden's going to sign this. And he already knows what's up. Biden knows that he's being used. He knows that Kamala is going to be the president. Biden's going to sign this. And then he's magically going to get sick, or he's going to get dementia, full-blown dementia, or the media is going to admit that he has it. And then this is how they're going to make Kamala president. And then all of a sudden, the super liberals, they'll be celebrating it, and they won't care that they've been duped right out of their so-called democracy. Because let's keep it real, guys. DNC, the Democrats have shown us your vote does not matter. They've rigged the election against Bernie twice. Not once, twice. Now, they've taken their illegitimate candidate, Joe Biden, and made Kamala Harris the VP. And now they're trying to create a commission to overthrow Joe once Joe is in office, and to make Kamala president, who, by the way, was not voted for by the people during the primary. This is what they're doing, guys. And they want to call President Trump a fascist and a dictator. If this isn't fascism or some type of dictatorship, I don't know what is, guys. This is the type of stuff where we really have to be vigilant. We have to be vigilant and informed about what's going on, and we have to warn people, because this is the plan, guys. We did not vote for Kamala. Even the Democrat Party did not vote for Kamala. We're about to have somebody serve as president that did not get voted for at all. The Democrats are trying to weasel their way into a candidate being president, and the super liberals are going to miss it because Kamala is a black woman. So they're not going to care. They're going to celebrate the fact that, oh man, a black woman became president. This is such good for history. We just made history. A black woman became president. But at the same time, not realizing that you're about to get screwed over. You're signing up for lockdowns. You're signing up for mandatory vaccinations. You're signing up for mandatory masks. You're signing up for damn near communist, Marxist, CCP style government. I don't know another way to put it. This is about America, guys. This election is about America. I don't care how you feel about Trump. I support President Trump because I realize that he is coming in between this regime from the left that is trying to overthrow this country and turn it into Europe. They want us to become Europe, probably damn near China. Europe's already socialist, guys. Europe is a socialist nation, damn near almost communist at this point. They're already there. They want us to be Europe, guys. We don't want to be Europe. Okay? I don't know how else I have to explain that to people. When Socialist Sanders comes out here talking about we need to be like the Scandinavian countries, I don't want to be like that. I want to be American. I like America. I like capitalism. Okay? These people are trying to enact a dictatorship, guys. They're trying to overthrow our American democracy and everything we believed in the traditions of this country. This is what is happening. These are the real things that's happening. They're trying to spin it like they're doing it because of President Trump. No, this was in the plans the whole time, which makes me wonder, was there a plan sent to the White House to try to give everybody in the White House COVID? I'm not conspiracy theories, guys. I try not to buy into them until they, are proven true, right? But this type of stuff makes me think, how did the most secure man in the world get COVID unless there was something that was happening within the government or some government officials helped facilitate that process? It just makes me wonder, guys. I'm not saying it's true. I don't know. This type of stuff makes me think. But, guys, it is important to be aware of this type of stuff. Trump's not going to sign it, obviously. But if Biden wins and he signs this, Kamala is effectively president. And that's what's going to happen. It ain't even like one of those things where she's going to be working in the shadows. No. Kamala is going to actually be president. And we already know how she feels about guns. We know how she feels about certain other policies. You know what you're getting from her. She is as corrupt as they get, right in line with the Democrat Party, and this is what happened. So I'm just warning you guys, vote in person. Regardless how you feel about Trump, it's about America. It's about America. We need to save America. That's what this election is about. Is this an attempt to get Kamala in office? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.